10 most painful scenes to film in Twilight. Hello and welcome back to Celebrity Binge. Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Twilight was a cringe fest for a lot of the actors, from awkward love scenes to literal paper cuts in the eye and freezing cold filming conditions. It was no walk in the park unless that park was in Forks, Washington. We're looking at the scenes and we're just downright painful to film. I spent so much time just infuriated. Number 1. The snow. Paper cuts, our literal worst fear. Well, the Twilight snow was made of many things and one of those things happened to be paper. Paper snow plus golden vampire contacts equal pains. Apparently, an Elizabeth Reeser got tiny bits of paper snow stuck under her colored contacts. Her eyes were swollen shut the next day. Ugh. Nightmare fuel. Yeah, I mean it was described to me as a horror story. Number 2. The hunt. A stake in the foot should have been enough to take vampire Bella down. While filming some reshoots for the first hunt scene in Breaking Down Part 2, Kristen Stewart managed to puncture her foot. The reason for the reshoots, they all loved the hunting scenes and she wanted to do a good job of it. Stewart admitted we all wanted more of it. Number 3. The vampire experience. One crooked thumbs of this mistake. Kristen Stewart broke her thumb filming her first scene as a vampire. She'd stated, "I'd been on the sidelines for just so long, just itching, so I was bursting to do it," which is probably why I broke my thumb. I was a little overzealous. Between a hole in the foot and a broken thumb, it's starting to sound like vampires are daintier than humans. Makes perfect sense. Have you seen all those sparkles? We were able to really get close to to most experiences that she has. Number 4. Showdown. Pattinson has been very local about Twilight being a pain in the butt to film. Robert Pattinson had a much less noticeable injury, but it was definitely noticeable to him. The poor guy injured his booty when they were doing the fight scene at the end of the first movie, and he nearly tore his glute. They had to get a physiotherapist to come in and massage his butt cheek for the rest of the day. Hopefully the physiotherapist wasn't Team Edward. I think he'll just be fine. Number 5. The stunts. Jackson Rathbone experienced the true wrath of the rib bone. During the filming of Breaking Dawn, Rathbone did all of his stunts with a broken rib. I didn't even tell the production company because I was afraid they were gonna, not let me do my own stunts, and I had to do it so. Number 6. The rain. Filming in the freezing cold rain is fine for a werewolf, but not so fine for an actor. For Taylor Lautner, the scene where Bella first sees Jacob after his transformations was the worst of all. He said, "We were standing on that little hill right behind Jacob's house and it was 35 degrees and it was pouring rain on top of us. They filmed the scene all day. As soon as cut was called, he and Stewart would run over to a heater and get wrapped in blankets. They'd get 2 minutes and then they'd have to do it all again." Lautner said, "I just had to take myself to another world, so during the scene I wasn't sitting there shivering. It's challenging. I like challenges, so I like it." Number 7. The birth. Honestly, gnawing a hole in someone's stomach would be weird. Robert Pattinson laughed himself to tears over trying to tear the vampire baby out of Bella with his teeth. There was one shot where he had to look directly into the camera and he was crying with laughter. He admitted, "I was stopping tears from coming out of my eyes and it looks like I'm crying in a thing, and I'm not supposed to be able to cry as a vampire." Number 8. The tent. Team Jacob gains a point after this one. The last day of the shooting the tent scene, Kristen Stewart had the stomach flu and was vomiting between takes. Becta couldn't picture that happening in the post-COVID world, huh? Stephanie Meyer admitted it was Taylor Lautner who was taking the most care of Kirsten. She stated, "And Taylor liked he was over digging around grabbing a garbage can. I'm like, why is Taylor taking the garbage?" Number 9. The wedding. Taylor Lautner was sad over Twilight ending. The wedding scene was his last scene and he'd said that won't go away at all. It'll be more difficult. He was overwhelmed with emotions after it was over. Taylor and Kirsten just look at each other, not really having much to say. I'm looking forward to like that next chapter in life. Number 10. The path. At least the team considered a rig. It's too bad it didn't work. Taylor Lautner had to carry Kristen Stewart for an entire day down a dirt path after the rig they designed to do it just didn't look natural on screen. Luckily Taylor stepped in, but he definitely regretted it after a few takes. It was uncomfortable for me. I mean, it's always uncomfortable. That's all for today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss any amazing video from us.